Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and fitting with the month of December, since I've run low on Arctic um, action figures. I do have a couple, and I'll review them sometime this month, but maybe. But I want to run a theme this month: the Joes that I received for Christmas. Uh, so I thought I would share those with you guys. You won't see any repeats if I reviewed one that I received for Christmas. So today we are going to be looking at the 1989 T.A.R.G.A.T version 1. Now, T.A.R.G.A.T was first released carded in said year. He was sold in 1990 and was discontinued in 91. So this is one of those rare 90s figures that they kept going for a couple years, and then in the 90s they only ran it for 1 year. So we got lucky with this. We got this guy for 2 years. T.A.R.G.A.T came with some really cool accessories that I like quite a bit. There is a variant on his card back, which I'll pull up here in a moment. One came with camouflage face paint. Now, I did try that camo paint. I remember it smelled really weird, and it was really thick and hard to apply. So you really had to smear it around, which I'm sure camo paint is like that, almost like shoe polish in a way, where you really had to smear it around. Came in a tube, maybe an ounce that you got, and you didn't get much, but it was still a cool little gimmick. I think it came with green and brown, so I used it 1 year, and it it just smelled really funky. I didn't like it very much. There's also a variant on this. If you are a variant chaser, there's one on his Tukis that says made in Hong Kong, and the other one says made in China. T.A.R.G.A.T did make his first appearance in the Deke animated series. So I'll try to pull that picture up for you here real quick. Okay, and it's not wanting to download. His original retail price was, come on, Bob Barker, what's the original retail price? Was $2.55. And I will concur with that. $2.55 is about what I saw these going for at Walmart. There is also a T.A.R.G.A.T version 2 that came out later in 1993. He was completely gold. I think he was a Battle Core T.A.R.G.A.T, which I do have a few of those. I think they're cool. I mean, it's T.A.R.G.A.T. What could I say? So I bought a few of those, and I have one with the accessories, and they're bright pink. So that one I got, I'm sure, was Fun School. So let me type this stuff in here real quick for an upcoming segment of Byron's Gripes. So we'll have it ready on eBay. Okay, so this is my T.A.R.G.A.T from my childhood. This one did come with a command ring. I have that ring somewhere in some plastic totes. I have it mixed in with all my other T.A.R.G.A.Ts. Fortunately, it did come with, it did come with that T.A.R.G.A.T. The ring was actually a T.A.R.G.A.T ring, and my fingers were way too big at the time. I was 14, so yeah, I thought it was cool. I held on to it. It's the one and only command ring I have. Um, but I do remember Christmas Day, um, opening this stuff up. Um, and that year I got Destro's Despoiler and Targat, a few Tiger Force figures. It was Gung Ho, or not Gung Ho, it was Duke, um, Bazooka, Flint, and Roadblock. And then we got a bunch of loose Joes and vehicles in a box that my mom bought from a coworker. Her son no longer wanted to play with them. He was my age, but I was still collecting toys. Obviously, I still collect toys. You can see them up here on the wall and everywhere else. Um, so it this has some very fond memories for me. He got a lot of playtime from my younger brother. I had a neighbor friend who was 2 or 3 years younger than me, so he still wanted to play with toys. So we would take these out to the backyard, um, not including the weapons. I didn't want any of those lost. And we would play inside our shed and play GI Joe in there, which was kind of boring for me. I'd rather be out riding my bicycle or shooting a BB gun, but he enjoyed them, so that was fine with me. So those are my memories of this guy. That was a particularly good Christmas for us that year. Um, both of my parents were working that year, which was pretty nice. Um, so that money was we had a little extra money, so Christmas was nice. Um, and I remember it was cold that Christmas. Living out here in Arizona, uh, there have been many of Christmases where it's 70 degrees. These past 10, 15 years, we've even been up into the 80s and 90s on Christmas Day, and that absolutely stinks. I know some of you people in the Midwest and on the East Coast, Canada, and other parts of the world where it snows in December, you're thinking that stinks. Wow, I love that weather. I miss the cold weather. Right now, it's cold at night, but during the daytime, it's been warming up into the 70s. So I miss that cold weather. And if I want it, I drive an hour or two to go up into the mountains and I get to see snow and the leaves changing and all that. The closest mountain town is Prescott, spelled Prescott, but they pronounce it Prescott. Um, and if you say Prescott to them up there, they'll correct you right away. It's Prescott. So they're very particular about that, very proud of that name. It's a historical town, a cowboy town. I believe the Earps were up there at one time. At least one of the Earp brothers was. Um, the courthouse is still there, the original courthouse. All the buildings there in town are original. There's a place called Whiskey Row, which used to be um, saloons, brothels. They have the hotel, which was original to that time. They still have hitching posts for horses, cement blocks. So when you get off a carriage, you could step down on a cement block and then onto the ground. Uh, all the buildings are just absolutely amazing. I ate in one restaurant where the owner says it is original. The only thing they had to update was the electricity and the flooring, but they had a counter space that was kind of a horseshoe shape. He said this was a general store, and that was the main counter space. So they left everything original. They try to keep it as original as they absolutely can. They spent a lot of money on preservation. So if you're ever in Arizona, certainly stop at Prescott. Head up to Sedona. Um, and if you're a paranormal guy, enthusiast, go up to Jerome. It was featured in Ghost Adventures. Jerome has some very haunted places. There was a coal mine up there, a lot of deaths during that time too. And of course, in the Wild West, people get drunk and, somebody gets called a yellow belly cheat at a card game and boom, you know, those things happened. I mean, that's just not on TV. It didn't happen as common as you would think, but those things did happen. So, dueling also was still within law at that time, and Arizona is still can follow some of the Wild West laws. We're allowed to openly carry a gun without a permit. We could even, we could get a concealed carry permit and carry your gun concealed. So Arizona's pretty cool when it comes to that. But we're not talking about guns or cowboys. We are talking about T.A.R.G.A.T. T.A.R.G.A.T is a part of Destro's Iron Grenadiers. He does not match the Grenadier colors completely. He still has some gold, black, and red on him. But if you were to put him next to the Iron Grenadier himself, it's day and night. But T.A.R.G.A.T is a specialized unit. It's a great troop builder. So let's go ahead and take a look at T.A.R.G.A.T and see what this guy has to offer. I simply love this figure, love the color palette on him. Excuse me. Just got back from a meeting, and of course they feed us, so hiccup. So anyway, here we go. All right, so here is T.A.R.G.A.T. Let me try to get a spotlight turned on if I can. If I can't, well, sorry, this is what we have going. Adjust the lighting a little bit, I guess, to try to brighten him up some. So here he is. Let's go ahead and start with his file card. See, it was clipped off the card back. This was from the first run. I'm sorry, I forgot to pull up those pictures. I'll do that right after the review. So this is the first run, or I'm sorry, the second run, because anytime you see H1 in the corner, that is from the second year of its running. So 89, so this would have been 1990 or 91. So it reads code name T.A.R.G.A.T, which is an acronym. It's a trans-atmospheric rapid global assault trooper. This guy deploys from space, just right outside the stratosphere. Always in the front of technologies, Destro's technicians have developed a method of inserting troops into totally inaccessible locations. Trans-atmospheric rapid global assault troopers are deployed into orbit from a shuttle, wearing armored self-contained biosystem suits, ceramic composite heat shields that double as hang gliders, and weapons platforms. Their re-entry over the target could easily be mistaken as a meteor shower until they start shooting. The bottom reads a quote, T.A.R.G.A.Ts are quite formidable as assault troopers, but their technology impact on defending troops is even greater. Who wants to have to fight with a person who's crazy enough to turn himself into a human meteor? Okay, so that tells me that when T.A.R.G.A.T deploys, this didn't want to stay in his hand. This is a joystick to operate his backpack. So when he deploys from space, you can see these are little thrusters and turbines. Very, very nice detail. He'll deploy in this direction, where this acts as a heat shield to keep from, sorry, it acts as a heat shield as he comes down to keep from burning up. And then when he's in the atmosphere, the wings on his backpack will spread, and now it is a glider. And this is what the joystick works as, and it should actually be held more realistically this way, but his thumb is a little stretched. As you can tell, this was played with a lot. So technically it's supposed to be like that. With the, I don't know if you guys could see that. This is terrible. Hold on, let me try to fix this. There we go. So it's supposed to fit under his arm right here. And this joystick controls the directional system. Could also be used as a laser if you're so inclined. He came with this gold laser pistol, which is attached to a hook and cable that goes around his wrist, and he holds on to it. That has a tendency to happen where it pops off, so I always found that to be annoying. The backpack itself, you can see it has a lot of detail. It has an ammo can here. There's a machine gun mounted right above his shoulder. A lot of technical works. Here on the back again, there's the thrusters. It came with a hose which attaches to the back, not to the backpack, and then to the joystick itself. This replaced the little wires that came with the original 13 Joes, and that is very nice because those wires always tended to break off. T.A.R.G.A.T himself, really cool guy. This nice blue helmet does tend to yellow, so watch out for that. The visor lifts up to show the gold faceplate, but here on the art, it shows that the visor is gold. It drops down below his eyes so he could see through the visor. He has several grenades. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 grenades that wrap around his body. That's something I don't want to be deploying with into from the stratosphere, just in case it heats up. Right here, this tends to rub off too, but that's the Iron Grenadier emblem there on his shoulder. He has pads on his arms, nice red gloves. On his right leg, he has a stiletto down on his boot. He has red boots. He has a sculpted on holster on both legs. I love the color palette on this. You have the light blue, red, and black. This is just a good looking figure all around. His suit, as you can see, appears to be stitched up. Another figure that came out this year, or this same year, was Frag Viper. His suit, the same way, is kind of stitched up. So this guy is, I love him. Not only because he's a Christmas present, but because of the color palette on him. And I love the Iron Grenadiers. I think they were a great toy line. They were meant, Battle Force 2000 was indicated to, or this was supposed to be the Nemesis to Battle Force 2000, but that one came out several years, or not several, but 2 years too early. So it didn't quite ring with other people. When I saw it, I remembered Battle Force, and I thought, why? Why? Battle Force isn't around anymore. But good figure. I love this guy. If you don't have him, pick him up. We'll find out the prices when we get to my next segment of Byron's Gripes. All right, so let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you have him? Did you have him? Or do you plan on buying him? Or just your thoughts in general? I do want to know. Please let me know down in the comments. I will answer you as soon as I absolutely possibly can. I do my best to answer everybody's questions. It's just a very cool figure. He is a troop builder, so let's see what the aftermarket brings for him. Thank you very much for those of you who are just joining me, for those of you who have just tuned in. Thank you for visiting. And if you're visiting the channel, please hit that subscribe button. All subscribers are eligible for toy giveaways, and I do give away good prizes. So keep that in mind. Um, I do Byron's Gripes as a means of entertainment and also to give people an idea what to expect when they're shopping on eBay. And I share my opinion on if this is a good price or a bad price, just on my opinion. Everybody's income is different. Something that may not be good for me might be fine for you, and vice versa. So some of these prices do get a little outrageous, so I do poke fun at those. I use eBay just for a reference. I'm not doing it to pick on eBay or the sellers. That's not what this channel is about. I do not make fun of that. It's just impolite, and I've been a victim of bullies, so I understand just how much that hurts. But prices I will pick on because they do not have feelings. Okay, I very seldom quote auction prices unless it's very pertinent to what I am looking at. So it looks like his controller, that the joystick controller, selling for $7.99. His backpack alone, $5.99. Complete with a file card. Yeah, it comes with the hose and file card, complete, $39.95. That is what I'll call high end of normal. Not quite deal of the day, but high end of normal. Um, that's an okay price. Here's another one, 100% complete with file card, $39.99. Here's one, looks like somebody did a little artwork on the backpack where they highlighted some of the areas on it. It looks cool, but it devalued the toy. It just comes with the backpack, the visor, and action figure, $19.99. The visor, $2.99. Another joystick, $9.99. Uh, Here's one that's incomplete, missing the visor, has the gun and joystick, no backpack, $19.99. Here's one missing the hose but has all the other accessories, $29.98. Um, I will put that up with deal of the day because it does have or better offer and free shipping. You could go to your local hardware store and buy this tube. Pretty simple, or you get on eBay and buy it. People are doing that. Here's one that's bare bones with the file card, $12.99. So I'll put that with deal of the day. You can still buy the accessories, watch your shipping, and you might come in under $40. Here's one, 100% complete, $27.99, deal of the day. One bare bones, absolutely no accessories at all whatsoever, $7, deal of the day. Yeah, good to build up your army. Here's one complete with file card, $34.99. Yeah, that's asking a bit too much. No, or better offer. Right now, I negotiated a few times with people, and they only came down $1. So that's really not what I call negotiation. Really, it's or better offer. Yeah. Um, so in that case, it would be $33.99. Not really saving much. The gold gun, $10, appears to be the one that's mainly missing. Here's one that's missing the gold gun and the hose. That's an auction, never mind. T.A.R.G.A.T by himself, no accessories except for the visor. I'll put that up with deal of the day, $12. His backpack missing the fins, $6.95. I think not. Those would be a bear to get back in. Here's one missing the accessories, save for the visor and backpack, $13.95, deal of the day. Here's one missing the backpack and hose, $18.95, deal of the day. Here's one bare bones, no accessories, $14.99. Yeah, okay. One bare bones, no accessories, $8.99. okay. I mean, if you're really wanting to build up the troops, I mean, this guy could be ground support, whatever your imagination. I would buy it, 8.99. Here's one just by himself, no accessories, save for the visor, 29.97 or 29.70. Absolutely not. That's asking too much. I don't have a gold mine in my backyard. I wish I did. Here's one file card, hose, backpack, no guns, 30 bucks. I think not. The command rings, those are coming from Canada, so you're going to pay a little bit more in shipping. Um, yeah, 15.59 for a set of 4 command rings, 11.69 in shipping. Here's the joystick, 9.99. Here's another one, complete. Looks like the backpack is yellowed, something I didn't notice before, but yeah, it's gray plastic like the Conquests. The Conquest does yellow. So $35 for that with the file card. Nah. Here's one with a complete full card back and complete, 44.99. I'll put that up a deal today because it does have an uncut card back. The gold gun, 7.99. Here's another one complete, 34.99. I don't think so. File card, 5.99 plus 8.49 shipping, but that is from Greece. Let's see if it's written in English. Yes, it is. It's written in English. Bare bones, no accessories, 23.99, marked down 20%. That's still a little too much. Here's one, visor and gold gun, 12.99, deal of the day. Several pages. Okay, here's one carded, $189.99. Comes in a nice little plastic case. I'm not really a mint on card collector. Yes, I do have some, but I don't chase after them and collect them regularly or better offer. Um, you know, I think that's high, but that could be just me. Here's another one, mint on card, 124.95. The command ring, 2.99, not bad at all. So, I will stop there. Oh, full card back, 10.99. Okay, here we go. A full card back, $53.99. What are you thinking? Um, yeah, so I'm not going to waste your time because there are several pages for this guy. He is very readily available. So if you're looking for him, he is out there. So there you go. There is your review for the 1989 T.A.R.G.A.T. Great figure. Iron Grenadiers, a very good concept behind that. They were part of the Cobra Civil War. So anyway, guys, I'll go ahead and wrap up this review. Remember, stay safe out there. Safety, sanitize 6 feet. Get your vaccines if you so choose to. Speak to your family and doctor about that. See if it is right for you. If you don't want to get the vaccine, cool. Just please wear your mask in public. That way you don't catch it, or if you do have it, you're not spreading it to other unvaccinated people. So please be careful out there. It's just common courtesy to wear your mask if you're not vaccinated. It's safe for yourself. Um, Trust me, you don't want COVID. You don't want to see a family member dying from COVID or even sick with it. It is not pleasant. Uh, I have more gray hair with what hair I have left. I've noticed I've grayed over these past 3 years because of it. And the only way we're really going to defeat it is getting vaccinated. That's it. Um, the big thing right now, we're getting into cold and flu season. Get your flu shot if you want to. Wash your hands. That is your number one protection. Um, you, it's been proven through scientific studies that you touch your face up to 300 times a day, and we do it so much we don't even know that we're doing it. So face, that's immediate nose mouth contact, eyes. So you could get sick through those three portals of entry. This is called the danger triangle: your eyes, nose, and mouth. So please keep your hands washed. Interesting fact though, since we've been wearing our masks the past few years, the CDC has noticed a drop in flu cases. So I thought that was pretty cool. I do get my flu vaccine every year. So I've got to thinking, well, maybe, even though I'm vaccinated, I should wear my mask, not only because I work in healthcare and I want to practice what I preach. Um, that just might work, you know, um, but I have to be vaccinated. Um, because I do work around flu patients too. So I would rather not catch that because it's time off of work, and I really don't care to miss work. So anyway, enough of that. You guys stay safe out there. Remember, be kind to everyone, and please be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. Hope you guys had a very fun and enjoyable Thanksgiving. I did spend it with my family. It was a great time. So we'll talk to you later. This is Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off for now. See you next week. Bye bye.